What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to Work Knife Balance. I'm stoked. We're going to be looking at a New Breed EDC knife today. I believe this is the first knife from New Breed EDC, otherwise known as Loot 10 Techs on YouTube. He designs knives. He's got knives out there with a couple other companies, but I believe this is his first in-house knife, OEM by Kubi. So before we get too far into that, I want to go ahead and say thank you to anybody who's already liked and subscribed. You can also head over to Instagram, like us at WorkKnifeBalance939. If you send us a knife for review, we'll go ahead and send you back a sticker and some swag just to say thank you. And it's also a great way just to communicate with us and let us know what you like and what you don't like. So yeah, without further ado, let's dive into the knife. This is going to be New Breed EDC, the Clydesdale. So you got a nice cloth here. It looks like actually a pretty big cloth too, and I like when they're larger cloths like that. Sweet NB EDC, a sticker that comes with there that'll go in on my little like knife sticker box right there. And then a nice little, kind of tells you everything about the knife right here. You've got the New Breed EDC Clydesdale. This is number 48 of 400. So there are a couple of these out there left, but this is 48 of 400. Let's go ahead and look at this knife. Oh, it looks like, sweet. So you've got a little tab on the backside as well. I did not see that the first time I opened this up, so that's cool to get that in there. So looks like if you want to switch the milled clip to the other side, it takes a different tab, one for the left and one for the right, so it's not universal. But go ahead and, ooh, hot dog, that's nice. This is a, that is some action right there. Wow. I don't know if it's just the weight of the knife or Kubi just killed that thing, and the QC is just, oh man, that is drop shutty. So yeah, this is the New Breed EDC Clydesdale. You got a modified Wharncliffe blade, a majorly modified Wharncliffe blade. This thing is wicked. This looks like a rhino's nose or a Clydesdale's hoof, which I think that's what he's going for. It's like the hoof, the horse's foot coming down there. That's what it kind of looks like to me a little bit. This thing is redonkulous. This thing is so nice. I really like that. I really like that a lot. And then you've got that inset liner lock too. It looks nice. It feels clean. This is very well done, very well designed. Nice job, Loot. This thing is sick. And then you've got the milled clip on the backside as well. So you've got the milled titanium pocket clip here. So this is a titanium knife. You've got the black titanium for a little bit of the hardware in there as well, and then you have the 14C28N steel on the blade. So you got a really nice kind of high middle of the range. So this is the best middle range steel out there in my opinion, between 14C28 and 154CM. They kind of just split hairs right there, but those are two of them, and I absolutely love 14C28. I have lots of 14C28, so that's a really nice knife. You can front flip up here too if you want. You can get in there and front flip that like crazy. But yeah, let's go ahead and do some measurements. I know I've got all the measurements on, oh no, this doesn't have measurements on it. I thought this was gonna have measurements on it, but no. The measurements are on the website though if you want to go ahead and check them out. But we'll go ahead and do tip to tail. 7.5 inches tip to tail is what I'm measuring. About 3.25 on the blade, about 3.15 on the cutting edge there. So you've got a really good sized knife. It's not a like massive 8-inch knife, but it's not a super small compact EDC either. We'll go ahead and do some side-by-side comparisons. We'll pull out a big knife. We'll pull out the Ontario Rat 1 as our big knife comparison. So there it is up top, bigger on the blade and the handle. And then we'll go ahead and do a smaller knife for the compact comparison. We got the Miguron Mayoral as well. Go ahead and get one more for that compact. This is my favorite size knife in here. We'll go ahead and do the Kunwu Tau compact right there, and that's a really good size comparison to that Clydesdale right there as well. And let's see if we can get one more knife in here. Let's do a Growler. There's a Growler V2, Devo Growler V2 side-by-side comparison. We'll put it down below, that way you can see that a little better there. Kind of move that up right there, see those? So you got some good side-by-side comparisons, couple knives just that we've got sitting on the table right now that you can kind of look at and see. yeah, you've got a hollow grind on this coming through here. It's absolutely, whew, that thing is sharp for sure. This thing is a slicer. And it's got a wicked spine. The jimping on this is absolutely redonkulous. You can see the jimp right there. It is very deep, very nice, and it comes all the way over the top as well. So that's really good for the front flip as it comes through. Absolutely centered. Yeah, we're centered in there. And then the scales themselves are just kind of like this. Oh, come on, don't do this, camera. The scales themselves are just kind of like this. It's not a bead blast. It's not. It's got kind of a. It's got kind of a texturing, kind of a treatment to it. It's not shiny by any means, but it is just kind of a raw feel. It's like a stonewash bead blast, I would say. It's not dark. When I think stonewash, I think it's got to be a little. I personally think a little bit dark wash to it, but it doesn't really seem like it's really dark washed. So yeah, but it does have kind of like a stonewash or a bead blast feel and look to it as well. So absolutely. One thing I like about this knife, and I have seen quite a few of them already, is, oh, I didn't realize the black titanium on the backspacer there too. That's a really cool contrast coming through there. That's a really nice big backspacer, but the black titanium gives a good contrast to both sides right there. One thing I really like that Lute did with this knife is he gave you a canvas. So he created something that was absolutely wicked, has a killer price. These come in at $125 on New Breed EDC's website. We'll go ahead and put the link to this down below. But these are $125 on New Breed EDC's website. They are OEM from Kubi, so you know you got some quality coming through there as well. But one thing I love is he created this canvas for you. There isn't too much going on. There's not a ton of craziness, but it is a really nice titanium stonewash to it that then you can go ahead yourself and customize through any sort of ano or Cerakote or milling that you want to do to it and create something truly amazing from an even great knife in itself. So you don't have to kind of try and find something bare bones and make it whatever you want it to be. You've got a really good knife that you could then customize yourself, and I think that's just really cool. I don't know if that was his plan. I don't know if that was the thought behind keeping it bare bones like this, but I think it's a really cool kind of special feature, added bonus that comes with the Clydesdale, whether it was intentional or not. Yeah. This is definitely got some heft to it. I want to say this is probably coming in close to 5 ounces, a little under 5 ounces. So it's not the lightest knife in the world, but it's definitely not heavy. You get a really good ergos on the front and reverse clip. Reverse front and reverse hold. Clip doesn't really interfere too much there. I wear a large size glove. I've got pretty average hands, and I can get full 4-finger purchase on this knife, not have to worry about anything there. Not much choke up room in there by any means. If you get a decent modified choke up hold like this, you can actually get your finger in there and not worry about it too much. You can easily come in and get some kind of pressure down there with the way that is indented like that. I don't know if that was intentional. I'm assuming it was, but you can easily get in there and do that. And then you've got some really good chopping action as well for that pinch grip. So this is a really nice knife, very well done, really easy to kind of like cut and carve in there with this as well. And I'm assuming, I haven't obviously had this too long, I'm assuming this thing can take a beating. It is built like a horse. It's definitely called the Clydesdale, and that 14C28 is going to be a really nice steel to kind of just run through the mill with. So yeah, I don't have much else to talk about this thing. This is an absolute killer deal at $125. We will post that link down below. Mad props, shout out to Lute 10 Techs for this design and the first knife coming from New Breed EDC. Until next time, TTFN.